Hey guys, welcome back to my channel yet again. If you are new, my name is Hannah, and it's so amazing that you are watching my video. I literally just posted a video, but then I had to come back because again, it's like as long as you start just letting the Holy Spirit just take control, you will see how amazing He uses you. God uses you. You all seen that title. Don't be afraid of it. I remember saying something in the previous video that I just dropped, but I will focus on hurts. Hurts. Hurt is often looked at as something bad. Sorry, my phone, but yeah. But it isn't always bad. You know why? I will say this. I rather get hurt. Why? I rather get hurt for something that is good and true than something that just doesn't make sense. You know why? Hurt exposes real. As much as hurt is wrong and bad and all, it exposes real. You actually see who's true and who's not. Ha! Oh my goodness. There are so many opinions on true and fake. I don't really like to say fake because you're fake, like fake is a whole topic there. But anyways, real. As much as everyone has been hurt and everyone has hurt someone or something one way or another, it really is the purpose and the reason behind it. You know why not all hurt is actually bad? Because not all hurt is deliberate. Not all hurt is on purpose. Hurt is often for pruning, for fashioning, for building up, for raising, for creating, for new beginnings. You don't want to know somebody actually loves you? Tell them hurts you, and then you will see they actually love you. Yeah, you might be like, but Hannah, what on earth are you talking about? Yeah, let them hurt you. You know why sometimes a lot of people go through hurt and they might be wondering and thinking that, like, they look at hurt so much as a bad thing that they don't even realize the blessings? You see why that even in the rough times there are always something good? Even in the rough times you see what you're made up of. When you're hurt, why do you think that when someone is angry, when they are hurting, that's when that they say things that they never said to you before? That's when you actually see what you're made up of. When you're hurt, that's when you actually see what is love. When you're hurt, that's when you see how much patience you have. When you're hurt, that is who you see. That is how you know who you are. Yeah, when you're hurt. There is so much blessings in being hurt. And yeah, I might look very crazy for saying such, but I know I'm not crazy for saying it. You know why? When God has already opened your eyes to see some stuff, and you're trying to like paint a different picture, He lets it happen countless times until you realize and accept that picture that He is painting to you, and He has already shown you. Hurt. Oh my gosh, a blessing in disguise, yes. As much as, yes, of course, there are hurts, the bad hurts. No one likes to be hurt. But honestly, I like to be hurt. You know why? So long as I'm hurt because of God, because of godly things, I love being hurt. I get looked upon, looked down upon, actually. I get criticized. I get called so many names, such as animal. Oh my gosh, I get names, name calling. But before, I would shriek, I would cry. Now, yeah, I might cry, but like not for the same reason that I used to cry before. I'm crying sometimes I just be there and I'm like I watch people that actually tell me things and I just feel sorry for them. Why? Because they haven't even seen nor accepted the love, the identity that God has given to them. You ever see people that don't have identity? Like, sorry, I take that back. Let me re-say my words. Do you ever see people that literally don't know their identity in God? Attack people that actually has and know their identity in God, that is so firm in God, that they are so firm in God, knowing their identity and whose they are and what they are and who they are. Yeah, it happens a lot. I have gone through it countless times. Yeah, don't be afraid of it. Because, yeah, not all hurt is even supposed or ought to be called hurt, but rather it should be called the eye opener, the pruning, the weeding. I've seen situations happen so many times, and I wonder, I try and just think and just wonder why, how, what reason. But then I realize that sometimes things happen for you to know what God is saying to you. Sometimes things happen, situations happen in other people's life for God to speak to you on something that maybe you have experienced but in a different way. Don't be afraid of hurt. As much as you are supposed to be sensitive, especially when it comes to other people's feelings, but again, a lot of the things people consider as hurt when you actually look at it, the only reason why it hurt them is because they choose for it to hurt them instead of blessing them. They choose to look at it as hurt instead of actually looking at it as a blessing and as an eye opener, as wisdom, as knowledge, as understanding. The way you look at something says a lot. The way you take something is a lot. Because as much as, yeah, you cannot always detect what mood someone says something sorry, unless they tell it to you. And sometimes you might take it sometimes it's completely bad. And when you actually hear the way that they actually typed it, then you're like, wow. You are the one who is in charge of how you take something. You are the one who is in charge of how you accept life. Yeah. Which is why I said that you should not be afraid of hurt. Because again, sometimes hurt, it might not even be hurt. Which is why you need God's discernment again, yet again. You really need. You can't do anything without God's discernment, huh? Because you ever see, right? Sometimes it has happened to me. I'm speaking from experience here. A situation that I would think, or the way that I would have think of what of a situation before, sometimes it happened again, and I'm like, wow. I think of it from a total different perspective. Why? Because of God's discernment. A lot of the times, God allows situations to happen for Him to speak to you about what He wants to speak to and what He wants to get your attention for. You might read a verse or book 99 times, and that's 100 times that you read it, you get a total new revelation than the 99 times that you have read it before. Yeah. hmm That's how life is. That's how God works. Yeah. So again, I leave this with you. Don't be afraid of hurt. But anyways, thank you again for watching my video. I love you to the moon and back. I love you so much. And God bless. Peace.